The make and buy decision. In various fields, even in the software application areas, it is more cost effective to acquire than to develop the software. Rather than developing, why not to buy it, acquire it, a part or full? So manager, they generally face make and buy decision when with number of acquisition option how to acquire certain things. First of all, software may be purchased. It can be even licensed off the shelf. Just go and buy. This is the first method. The way you buy from the Walmart. The full experience or partial experience software components. This may be acquired, then modified, and now it can be integrated to meet the specific special need of your particular application. Now, software can be even custom built by any outside contractor to meet the purchaser's specifications. So these are the acquisition options. Now, this make or buy decision is made based on certain condition. What are these conditions? Will the delivery date of the software product be sooner than that for internally developed software? That is, if 1 year you take the software to be delivered, and if you acquire it or buy it, it's much lesser time duration. It's better. Or you give the software to someone to be made, so that he will make, the time will be less. Will the cost of acquisition plus the cost of customization be less than the cost of developing the software internally? So making your software will cost more, or buying it or acquiring it cost more. This is the buy and make decision which we have to make. And will the cost of the outside support, for example, the maintenance contract, be less than the cost of internal support? That is, because once you deliver the software, there is a huge work of maintenance also. That is also costing. So here you see a decision tree for a software based system. Let us say the software system is called as X. What an organization can do? The first thing it can do, it can build this software X from zero, from scratch. Or these organization can reuse the existing partial experience components to construct this software or the system. This can be done building from the scratch or reusing the partial experience component. They're already there. We use them, put some more code and make a software. Or you can buy an available software product and then we can just change it, modify it with respect to our local needs. This is the third thing we can do. Or the organization can do one more thing. It can contract the software development to an outside vendor or a company. These are multiple options. So these are the different options. Now let us say all these numbers you have to divide, right? If you say that an organization has to build a software from the scratch, and the organization has decided, the managers have decided, 70% probability is that the job will be difficult. That means 30% probability that the job will be simple. And this has to be done for all the options: build, reuse, buy, contract. So when you are building, I'm just suggesting that the difficulty or the complexity factor is 70%, that is 0.70, and simple is 0.30. So the project planner now project the cost, that if you go with the difficult way, the effort will be $450K. That is $450,000. A simple development effort will be $380K. So the expected value of the cost, how do we compute it? There is this expression. Let me tell you how we will actually compute it. Okay. Now we have a X system. Now we would like to build it from the scratch. Now the organization has already known that there is 70% probability that the difficulty will be there, 30% probability it will be smooth, simple, and the cost being estimated on these two. First one is 380K, that is $380,000. I'm just saying 380K. Okay. For the difficult part, if it is known that this will be 450K. What is the expected cost for building the product from the scratch? What you have to do is, You have to multiply 0.3 with the 380K. And then you have to multiply 0.70 with 450K and then add them. 0.70 into 450K and just add them. And the value you get is 429K. Now this has to be done for reuse, buy and contract. This I already did for this one. This has to be done for all these, and the lowest cost has to be the final one. So let us do the other one also. Expected cost for the projected cost for reuse, purchase and contract under a variety of circumstances. For example, you have a reuse. Here can be major changes, minor changes. In major changes, you can have simple and complex. So we have multiple branches here. So first you have to take the 0.40 into 275K. Then you have to do 0.20 into 310K and 0.80 into 490. Then you have to add them and then multiply this with 0.60 and then add with 0.40 into 275. I hope you got the idea. Okay. So it is given here also. 0.20, 0.80. Whenever we are doing, we have to multiply by 0.6. For the expected cost for buy, 0.70 into 210 and 0.30 into 400. You get 267. And for the contract, 0.60 into 350K plus 0.40 into 500, you get 410K. So one is 429, 382, 267, 410. What is the lowest one? So the organization will decide, let us buy it. So based on the probability and the projected way, the lowest expected cost is the buy option. Now all this is said and done. The availability, the experience of the developer or the vendor or the contractor, the conformance to the requirement being formed, the local politics, and the likelihood of the change of criteria other than the cost, this also may affect the ultimate decision to build, to reuse, to buy, or to contract.